Hello guys, and welcome back to the Corso Life. Today I kind of wanted to talk about shelter dogs, getting dogs from the shelter. Just my experience with it, since that is where we got Wrinkles, or the Cane Corso, was from a shelter. And I just thought that rescuing a dog was this, well, that's just what you did. You just went and you rescued this perfect, sweet little angel of a dog. But that's not the case. And I don't know why I thought that way, but I just always thought that, look at her. She is looking for food. And I'm gonna watch to make sure she don't jump on the counter. I just thought that the dogs at the shelter were like all perfect and trained and just like well-behaved dogs. And I don't know why I thought that, where I got that from. And it's kind of naive and stupid. I realize that now. But that's not the case. And just if there is anyone else out there that thinks like that, or that thinks that it's going to always be easy when you adopt a dog, it's not. And sometimes the dogs have issues, like poor Wrinkles with his separation anxiety, and how much stress it's caused all of us in this house getting past his issues and insecurities, because he was abused, he was very neglected and malnourished, and he had horrible separation anxiety. Can't be left in a crate, can't be left at home alone, because he would literally hurt himself trying to get out of any crate that we put him in. We put him in every crate I could possibly think of and locked it in ways that I was for sure he couldn't get out of, and he gets out and he hurts himself. So no more crates. My husband actually built that gate right there behind me, and he stays in the kitchen, and that's what's been working. Thank the Lord that's been working, because he feels content. I put a bunch of his blankies and things that smell like me, because his separation anxiety is from me. He has to be by me, know where I'm at, and if I'm not there, he freaks out. But I just want to warn people that the dog might seem great and awesome and perfect in the shelter, but that's because he's in the shelter. When you bring that dog home, you can have a complete different dog, and it might take a while for it to show its true colors, but trust me, that dog's personality and the way he acts is going to change tremendously when you get him home and he gets comfortable with you and in your house. Sometimes for the good, sometimes for the worse. Thankfully, my situation has been, well, it was good when we first brought him home. All he did was sleep. And then he started getting more comfortable, and that's when he started tearing things up. He broke out of our house. Like, things started changing, and I got scared. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep him, because that's another thing to be mindful of, is if your dog does start showing these crazy behaviors, sometimes you have to break down and get them training and like special help, and that can cost a lot of money, which I didn't have. So I was doing it all on my own, and it was very stressful and very hard, because I'm not a dog trainer. I love dogs. I know a lot about dogs. I know a lot about breeds. I mean, that's all I do is look up things about dogs. Like, I love dogs, but I'm not a trainer by any means. So it was definitely difficult. But I just want to say, like, to all those people that rescue dogs, it really is awesome what you do, because like I said, sometimes it's really hard what you go through to get a good dog after you adopt them, because most cases, I'm sure there's issues when they bring the dog home. Like, it's rarely, I doubt rarely that dogs are just perfect once they get out of the shelter. Especially because I feel like most of the time people that surrender animals to shelters, this is just my personal opinion, in my mind, they can't be the biggest animal lovers that they claim to be when they got the dogs, because I would never, ever put any of my animals in the shelter. Ever. I understand sometimes people have to get rid of their animals because serious situations, like if your dog is like literally trying to attack your kid or a family member or another animal, or something happens like that, like, and it's not getting better, rehoming the dog, giving the dog to somebody you know is going to take care of it. But to just put them in a shelter, like, I know that those people do the best they can to make the dogs comfortable, but they're not comfortable. They're cold. They're laying on concrete most of the time. Yeah, they have some blankets, but I mean, come on. Sorry about that. I got a phone call right in the middle of that conversation. But yeah, animals are not comfortable in the shelter. They're scared. There's other dogs barking and crying. There's dogs that are dog aggressive, and they put them next to sometimes dogs that are friendly, and they're scared or confused as to why this dog's barking at them. I just saw on TV the other day a shelter, I can't remember where it was, put these two dogs together because they ran out of room, and that's great, that's fine. Like, I understand you're running out of room, you need to put animals together, but they didn't even check to see if these two dogs were going to get along. They just put them in there, and one of the dogs got seriously injured, and it was so sad because she was a sweetheart. And if they just would have taken the time to make sure that they were going to get along before putting them in a kennel together, that would have never happened. Not saying anything bad about shelters. Like I said, it's great that's what they do and that they're helping animals, and they don't really even get paid for it. So at least the shelters where I'm from, it's all based off of donations. So but I just want to say, like, beware when you adopt an animal, and be prepared to possibly have to spend a lot of money on training, because it's very possible that the dog, when he gets comfortable, might turn into a little puppy. It depends on who surrendered him. It depends on his background, you know? And unfortunately, they didn't have much background to give me on Wrinkles when I asked about information on him in the shelter. I was just told that he had been abused and neglected, and it was obvious. But just a warning, guys. Just wanted to make a little video. And so right here, guys, when I stood up and was being awkwardly weird, I was watching my neighbor to make sure she wasn't teasing my dogs. Tell you guys that be cautious when you do rescue an animal. Not saying don't do it, but just be cautious and really spend time with that dog before you decide if you want to bring them into your home or not. Thankfully, like I said, Wrinkles is turning out awesome. His anxiety is getting so much better. He's really turning out to be a great dog, and I love him to pieces, and there's no way I'm getting rid of him. Even if he never changed, I love that dog. But I just wanted to make a little video about that. It's been on my mind lately. Sorry, it's kind of jumpy and spotty, but I haven't made a video of me talking in a while, so I'm not used to it. But anyways, guys, I hope you have a good day. If you're new here, please subscribe, hit the like button, and just become a part of our family. Thanks, guys. Bye.